All right, everyone, listen up, settle in, because today's story is not about Iron Man, not about the Avengers, and definitely not about Elon Musk trying to shoot another car into space. No, this one is about a real-life superhero, a 19-year-old girl from the UK who literally took a massive, life-altering challenge and turned it into her ultimate superpower. Her name is Tilly Lockey. And she is the girl with bionic hands that don't just work, they slay. I know what you're thinking. Bionic hands? That sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie. Well, it kind of is. She has these incredible 3D printed superhero-level hands called the Hero Pro. They're designed by a company that's just as cool as she is, called Open Bionics. And this isn't some boring, sterile medical story, oh no. This is a story about style, about strength, and about a whole lot of main character energy. So what's the big deal about these hands? Let's talk about them because they are truly fascinating. First of all, these are not your grandpa's old school prosthetics. You know the ones I'm talking about, right? The beige plastic lumps that are meant to sort of blend in and pretend to be a human hand. Nope, throw that idea out the window. Tilly's hands are sleek, they're shiny, they're bionic masterpieces. They look more like something a cyborg princess would wear than a medical device. And the way they work, it's pure magic. They are powered by her muscles. The hands use something called myopods. Now, I know that sounds complicated, but it's really not. Think of them as little sensors that track her muscle movements. So she flexes the muscle in her arm, and the hand responds. She squeezes her arm, and boom, a peace sign. She pinches, and she can pick up a glass smoothly, casually, like it's nothing at all. It's an effortless thought-to-muscle connection that feels so natural. You can see her do it, and it looks just as smooth as you picking up a glass of water. And get this, the hands can even work wirelessly when they're not attached to her arms. Imagine that for a moment. You're at a party, and you can just place your hand on the table, step back, and control it from afar. I mean, can you imagine the look on people's faces? The absolute freakout you could cause? Now, that is a superpower. And the customization? Forget boring skin-toned arms. Tilly chose to embrace a full-on bionic look, and to take it to the next level, she has magnetic covers. Yeah, magnetic covers. She can swap them out to match her outfits. One day she's rocking a metallic silver look for that futuristic vibe, and the next day it's a bold, hot pink, full-on Barbie core aesthetic. This is where prosthetics meets Fashion Week, and I am here for it. Now, let's bust a big Hollywood myth. A lot of people, when they hear about bionic hands, they assume they work like telepathy. Like, oh, she just thinks about it and it moves. That's the movie version, folks. That's the superhero fantasy. But the reality is actually so much cooler. The hands follow a very precise chain of command. It's thought to brain to muscles to sensors and then action. It's science, not sorcery. But when you see her so smoothly sipping a drink or doing that iconic peace sign, you would absolutely swear she's part of the Avengers squad. Her movements are so fluid, so confident, that it just looks like a natural extension of her body. And here's where her story gets really deep. It's the part that really got to me. When Tilly had the choice between a flesh-colored, normal-looking arm and a futuristic bionic one, she chose the bionic look. She consciously made that choice. Why? Because she didn't want to hide. She didn't want to blend in. She didn't want to pretend to be someone she wasn't. Instead, she wanted the world to see her difference, not as something to be ashamed of, but as something beautiful, strong, and powerful. Her own words on it are so simple, but so incredibly profound. She said that these hands accentuate her uniqueness in a really beautiful light. And honestly, isn't that the most empowering mic drop moment you've heard today? She's a living, breathing testament to the idea that you don't have to hide who you are. Your uniqueness is your strength. But wait, the story just keeps getting better. Tilly is not just using the Hero Pro hands, she actually co-designed them. Yes, you heard me. Teenager Tilly sat down with the engineers and the designers at Open Bionics and helped shape the future of this technology. She took on the role of innovator, not just user. She used her own experience to make sure these hands weren't just functional, but also fun, fast, and stylish. She poured her personality and her needs into the design, making them an extension of who she is, not just a device she wears. Imagine that, designing your own superpower. That's basically what she did. And she's not stopping there. She's on a mission. Her goal is to crush the stigma around prosthetics and make these life-changing hands available to more people all over the world. She knows that not everyone can afford this cutting-edge bionic technology. So she's launched a podcast called Tilly Talks Tech. And here's the most amazing part. The podcast runs on a views for hands model. The idea is to use the ad revenue generated by the show to fund prosthetics for others. The more people who listen, the more people get their own superhero hands. That's not just innovation, that's pure, unfiltered heart. Tilly's story, in the end, isn't just about technology. It's about flipping the script on what society expects. For years, the conversation around prosthetics was about blending in, about being normal, about hiding differences. But Tilly's bionic Barbiecore aesthetic completely changes that narrative. Her story proves that different doesn't mean broken. It proves that prosthetics don't just fix things, they empower people. And it proves that being unique is the ultimate glow-up. She took what could have been a lifelong insecurity and turned it into a literal fashion statement. And honestly, that's the kind of energy the world needs more of right now. Okay, now let's be real for just a second here. Can we just pause and imagine the party tricks these hands could pull off? I mean, think about it. The remote-controlled hand creeping across the snack table like Thing from the Addams Family. Or a bionic hand selfie grip that's stronger than any phone tripod you could ever buy. And you could have swappable covers for every occasion. You could have business meeting mode and then switch them out for Saturday rave mode. I mean, Tilly is living the sci-fi dream. And she's not even 20 years old yet. It's absolutely incredible. So, what's the ultimate lesson we learned from Tilly's journey? It's that sometimes the very thing you think sets you back, the thing that makes you feel different, the thing that you might want to hide, can become your greatest power move. Life handed her a challenge, and she responded by literally designing her own superhero upgrade. So the lesson is this: don't hide your difference. Flaunt it. Build with it. Make it your signature. Because the future doesn't belong to people who blend in, it belongs to the people who are brave enough to stand out. And in case anyone's still wondering whether bionic Barbiecore is the future, let's just say Tilly Lockey has already RSVP'd for it.